Hi everyone, welcome to I Am African Podcast. I am your host Liz, and today I'm shooting this episode all the way from Lusaka, Zambia. And I'm joined by Donut.
Yes.
And who has agreed to talk to us about his experience in Zambia and everything we need to know about Zambia. So I'm going to go ahead and let Donut introduce himself. You can tell us whatever you feel comfortable saying. Usually with my guests, they tell me their name and what country they're from. But today you don't have to do that because we're in Zambia. So why don't we do this? I'll let you introduce yourself and then I'll ask you some questions for our audience, anything that you want them to know. And then in the end, we're going to end with you giving them advice about visiting Africa, learning about Africa, the African identity, and anything you want them to know. Okay. So I will let you introduce yourself. Please tell my guests everything you want them to know about you.
My name is Donut. You know, Liz, it's quite difficult sometimes to introduce yourself.
Exactly.
When you've already been introduced. However, my name is Donut, right here in the city of Lusaka, which is Zambia. I was born and raised in Lusaka, Zambia, and I am an entrepreneur. I'm a Zambian, and I believe in a great Zambia, and I believe in young entrepreneurs.
Okay, that's good. That means you go around and talk to people, give them advice?
Well, I definitely, whenever I meet a young person, for me, my mind is switched to entrepreneurship.
I love that.
I would love to tap into their vision and what they're doing, then offer advice with immediate effect.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, I love that.
Yeah, because I have a passion for entrepreneurs, and I strongly feel that young people have the zeal and the passion to drive a country's economy, given the right resources and also proper empowerment.
That's very good. And it's funny because we had an episode on African politics and governance, and one of my guests pointed out the fact that young Africans need to step up.
Exactly.
We are educated, we're getting the education. If we are provided the right resources, we can lead our countries better than what the history has proven, you know?
Exactly.
So I like that. Thank you so much for sharing that. So my first question for you is, can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing in Zambia and how your culture background has shaped your African identity?
Okay. Born and raised in the ghetto, but within Lusaka city.
Okay.
Yeah. And my upbringing has been, I've been raised by both parents. Yeah. And these are parents who really have a passion for education up to date. And I can honestly say that my background when it comes to education, lack of better term, I was one of the dull guys in class. I never came out number one like any other kid out there. But for me, it was always an issue of failing all the time. But one thing I knew for sure was I was headed for something. And I knew that something is going to come out of me. Despite my background, despite my ghetto life and where I was coming from, the eyes was on the goal and focusing to say, this is where I'm heading to. Yeah. And on the other side, I've been raised in a Christian home. That entails that I am a Christian, but I'm not biased to other religions and other beliefs. I'm able to interact with each and every person's belief according to what they believe in. Perhaps, or maybe if I was raised in a Muslim home, maybe I would have been a Muslim today. First born in the family of 6.
Okay.
And also a typical Zambian man who follows culture. Yeah.
Traditional man.
Traditional.
I love
but
that.
Flexible.
Okay, traditional, but also open-minded.
Open-minded.
Okay, I love that.
Open.
We don't see a lot of those two combinations with African men. So it's good to know that that's actually a thing out there, that you can be traditional and also be open-minded. Because you have to learn about other people's cultures and also get to understand who you're dealing with, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. This conversation is really good. So what are some unique traditions or customs in Zambia that you think the rest of the world should know about?
Hey guys, you should come and learn about. I'll start with where I'm coming from. I'm Senga by tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the eastern part of this country, where you find people can speak Nsenga, who can speak Chewa, who can speak other languages like Tumbuka.
Okay.
You know, it's variety. But all in all, I would encourage people to come. When it comes to culture, we have very good traditional ceremonies in the country. We recently had the Komboka ceremony. So the Komboka is definitely celebrated by the Lozi-speaking people. It's a beautiful language, trust me. I would bet you need to learn it. There's also Ntwala. Very nice.
So Zambia is a place where there's just so many different languages, and your tribe kind of like attaches you to a language, but you also get to explore other different languages that you get to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the food. Yes. What are some food that you feel like people have to try?
Visashi. Hey, I love Visashi and Finkobala. If you are in here and you haven't tasted Finkobala or Visashi, then what are you doing here?
Exactly.
What are you eating?
Exactly.
You know, there's a place called Matebeto.
Someone told me about that. I'm going there tomorrow.
You're going there tomorrow?
Yes.
Nice. There's nice shima there. You're gonna find Visashi, a well roasted T-bone, fish, goat meat, etc. It's nice, lovely.
Oh wow.
And variety of other relish that will be put and served within shima.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go and try that as well. Before I co-sign, I'll go and try with people to make sure. Like tune in. I'll definitely list the places, and if you come and visit Zambia, you'll get to see that. Okay.
Yeah, I actually believe in one Zambia, one nation. So it doesn't matter the language you speak. For us, we're united beings. That's why when somebody comes from wherever, which country they're coming from, we're not bothered. We don't care because we strongly believe that it's one Africa, one world, and one Zambia, one nation.
One nation. I remember that, I spent some time here in Zambia, and in your national anthem, stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free. Land of freedom, joy, unity.
Work and joy.
Land of work and joy. Listen, I was trying to remember, but I haven't sang it in a long time, so you should be proud of me.
Proud of you.
Thank you. But anyways, so the next question is, how do you see Zambia evolving in terms of like youth culture, entrepreneurship, and politics, governance? How do you think? I feel like this is your niche. So, what do you think?
Well, it's a global world for starters, and I can be honest that things have really changed in this country. Yeah. A lot of youths have embraced a lot of cultures. For example, we have chitenge materials that is also found in Congo DR.
Yes.
People are able to put on Nigerian clothing, those bubus, the dresses, look like a Nigerian. In terms of culture, we've really been embracing the modern culture, as well as combining it with our own culture. Traditional culture.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't take away that from our youths. I am a youth, and probably somebody out there, somebody in the West might be thinking, we still put on animal skins and whatnot. No. We are moving with the culture. We've embraced the Western culture and also our own culture. We've married them together. We've not lost our respect. We still know that we need to respect an elderly person.
Yeah.
There's a certain we need to address an elderly person as Zambians. Right? So we haven't lost that aspect. In terms of entrepreneurship, many of us have embarked on a journey of entrepreneurship into manufacturing, into consultancy, filmmaking, and many other industries that a lot of young people have taken part into, which is a very good thing. And should you want to visit Zambia, it's amazing. You come and learn some of these things. You take your photos. We have Kabota Cultural Village. You should go there actually tomorrow if you have time. It's a cultural village where you're gonna find a lot of artistic works presented there and also their own sale.
Wow. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
My friends asked me to bring them something, and I came here and I said, "What do you bring someone?"
Something that
from something from Africa aside from food. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking fish. And I'm thinking like, dried fish and all those things. But there's actually more that I don't know about.
I'm telling you
that I could be bringing people. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would definitely be exploring a lot tomorrow.
Of course, you better explore. I mean, me with an entrepreneurship mind, I would even urge you order them, you resell them that time.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you're watching this, if I sell you something, it was his idea.
Of course, she needs to make money.
What are some misconceptions people outside of Africa might have about Zambia, and how would you address them?
Misconceptions. Number one, Zambia is not a poor country.
Okay.
Zambia is not a poor country. Zambia is a country and a place with young, vibrant youths that are hungry and eager to see this country develop That's why if I'm to tell you right now, we have a lot of youths that are aspiring for political seats in parliament.
Wow.
Yeah, they want to be ministers, councillors, presidents, which is a very good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a country that is, it has developed. It has developed. It's beautiful. At some point, Lusaka was called a green city. It's a green city up to now. It's green. You can see the green. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the green, and it's a beautiful country. And I would just encourage people to come and stay here in a nation like Zambia. And for Zambians who are trying to leave this nation and just find greener pastures out, it's okay. But remember to come back home and reinvest in the young people. The young people are looking forward to you so that you can invest in them and see them that they can grow and develop this great nation. We are Zambians, we are Africans. We cannot go anywhere. This is home.
This is home.
Yes. Whoever wants to come home, you're white, you're black, you're Indian, color doesn't matter. Come home. Zambia is home.
Okay. Yeah. You know what's funny? When I landed in Lusaka, there was a beautiful welcome celebration outside. Like, I don't remember what tribe it was, but they were doing the tribal dances and everything. For a while, I was like, wow, I felt like I was home, welcome. And then I look over there, the bus for the women, the national team. Yeah. Polo. Yeah, and they were there. They were getting on their bus. I was like, wow. These are the things that I didn't get to see when I was first in Zambia. But now coming back and I'm seeing those things and it's normal. I went to a music festival and I got to see Chef 187, Mops, Danny Kaya.
Of course.
I was like, wait, what is this? Zambia, what? Because when I was in Zambia before, those things were not just available to the public like that. It was like you have to do a lot of investment, but I can see that even the musicians themselves, they're willing to open themselves up to give the people excitement in their life, and I like that a lot. I really like that.
We've got great music. Yomaps, Dan Kaya, Chef 187,
Maketuke.
Hey, we have beautiful music. It's something that I would actually encourage. We've got Roberto. It's something that there's Roberto?
Yes, I do. I know a lot of Zambian musicians.
Oh yeah, you see.
Clear Ice Queen.
Zaven,
Opala Queen.
The likes of Pongozi, the likes of Piket Shala. You should test this music.
Okay, Piket Shala.
Yeah. Some unique, right?
Yeah, definitely. I love that. But also ShopRite. When you go to outside of Africa, right?
Yeah.
Or outside of Zambia. A lot of people, they have distinct shopping centers, right? You have different shopping malls. But here, in Lusaka alone, there are so many shopping malls. At every corner of Lusaka you go, there's a shopping mall. And one thing for sure that you're going to find is a ShopRite. What's going on with ShopRite?
It's a brand that has been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
And also seems like they're here to stay.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have a lot of malls to decongest. Imagine if everyone was coming to East Park, or everyone was coming to Arcades or Mandahe or wherever. But why don't we decentralize? Let the compounds have a mall nearby. It's closer. Just to decongest town, to decongest central business centers. Let's say just near here, Kalingalinga, a lot of infrastructure which has been built. Yeah. Also, ShopRite is there, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, there is ShopRite.
One thing that you mentioned about decongesting the city, that's something that I want Congo to do in Kinshasa. Kinshasa is very congested. And I want our president, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, but I want Congo to decongest Kinshasa. Do something because it's too congested. The city is overpopulated. And I like what you are doing here in Lusaka, Zambia. And also in Solwezi as well. There are different things that you have set up that people don't have to travel too far. People don't have to try too hard to have access to things. And I really like that.
Same thing we're getting back to the fact that Zambia is beautiful and it is a developed country.
We'll get back to that. Get back to that. Okay, so my next question is, as a proud Zambian, what does being African mean to you personally?
As a proud
Zambian, what does being African mean to you?
It means Ubuntu. To me, it means oneness. To me, No one is African. No one is Zambian. To me, no one is. All these borders that we see. Look, when you're coming from Congo, I'm coming from right here, Zambia. When you look at our skin, though I'm a little bit darker than you,
Yeah.
almost the same. It's one color, different languages. But when you dig deeper in history, right? Dig deeper in history, you realize that certain group migrated from Congo, from South Africa,
Yes.
inward to Mozambique, wherever. This is a conversation I had with a Zimbabwean guy. I said, look, stop saying you're from Zimbabwe, my guy. It's not necessary. You know why? These countries have been colonized by the same people.
Yes.
There was the southern Rhodesia and the northern Rhodesia.
Exactly.
Zambia was a factory, and these guys used to stay in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
They developed Zimbabwe because it was home. Zambia was undeveloped infrastructure-wise because this was a factory. They came here for mining, but they made sure they have farms in Zimbabwe.
Wow.
They are staying in Zimbabwe.
Wow.
Did you know about it?
I didn't know that.
Is it?
I just learned something new. Wow.
Exactly. By then, they were trying to incorporate the modern day Malawi, Nyasaland. It was too late. We said we need our freedom back. You see?
Yeah.
So when you look at all these dynamics, you'll find my surname, Epiri, is in Zimbabwe, Epiri is in Malawi, Ebanda is in Zambia. All these names are found in each and every country. Mozambique. It simply tells that we are one people. No one is Zimbabwean, no one is Congolese, no one is Nigerian. We are all Africans, and African is Ubuntu and oneness.
That. Can we clap? Stephen is behind the camera. Please clap, clap. Thank you. Wow, that is beautiful. You know, I love talking to Africans. I always learn something new, and I'm the type of person that thinks I always know everything. Yeah, but you have taught me a lot today, and now I'm going to get to the advice part of this conversation. What advice do you have for people that are trying to visit Africa, the people that want to learn about Africa, the people that think Africa is a country and not a continent, people that feel like Africa is very poor, that we cannot live and provide for ourselves? What advice do you have for those people?
Well, should I look into the camera?
Yes. Please talk to them.
Let me talk to somebody out there. This is Africa. We are not poor. And feel free to come anytime because this is home. We have no restrictions whatsoever. This is home. We love each other. However, when you are here, do not exploit the young people. You know, there's this issue of exploitation because you feel, oh, this guy is not learned, doesn't have the skill, let's underpay him. What in the name of investment? Okay. So whenever you come here for your investment, make sure that you don't pollute the water. Okay. Sure, if you have a proper investment that you have, give back to the community. Let corporate social responsibility apply, benefit the people, individuals within that area you've built your company or your organization. Yeah. Because imagine, for example, we have great minds, right? Yes. Let's say the minds say, okay, as part of corporate social responsibility, we're going to make sure that each household in Solwezi is wired with electricity. Exactly. Each household just give back to the community because it is through giving and empowering the young people. Corporate social responsibility shouldn't be about we're gonna build your road all the time. Yeah. Why don't you get the young people, empower them with the skill, and just support them? Oh, okay, you have the skill, you're gonna find a job. Yeah. It's easy then. So this is home. Come you do business here, it's fine. We love you. We want you to see you here. We'd love to interact with everybody, and we really, really love you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so you heard it here first, and you heard it from Donald. Yeah. But if you want to learn more about Africa, as Donald say, visit Africa. Come and talk to the people. Talk to Africans. Learn about their experiences. Learn about their countries, and learn about the people. And guess what? If you do invest, as Donald said, please do not exploit the people, because we have seen a lot of exploitation. Yeah. Started with colonization, and a lot of our countries in this continent, in this beautiful continent of Africa, are deemed poor because they have been exploited so much that they're not at the point where they can contend themselves. They cannot defend themselves against the people exploiting them. So please take the time
to learn about Africa. And I hope that this podcast is able to do that for you and teach you what you need to know. Thank you so much, Donald, for your time. I really appreciate you actually agreeing to do this. And I'm really excited. I've learned a lot from you today. And I hope that everyone who is going to watch this learns something from you about what it means to be Zambian, about what it means to be African, and the passion that Zambian youth have. We see it in Kenya, we see it in Burkina Faso now, we're seeing Mali, but it's so good to see that this has already been happening in Zambia and it's just not getting the media coverage. So I'm really glad that we got to have this conversation. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and let us know your thoughts. We are really happy to hear from you. This is I Am African Podcast. I am your host, Liz, and we'll see you next time.